Hey guys, this is Mark here from ShotKit. I just thought I'd make this quick video just to show you how the SEO is coming along for my own photography site, so hopefully you can learn something too. So on the right hand side of my screen I've got something called SERPbook, which basically just shows you a rough idea of how my rankings have improved over time. So you can see here a steady increase. But more specifically, I'd like to show you what the effect of creating something called a hub page has had for my wedding photography website. So specifically, if we look at the keyword wedding photography locations, so it's here, I'm just highlighting it. You can see that in Google I'm at #1 now, and just to illustrate that, I'll open a private window and type in wedding photography locations, spelling it correctly. And you'll see there that I'm at #1 in google.com.au, and then if we return to one of the hub pages that I created, for example, Grounds of Alexandria wedding photography. So this is a venue near to my home that I wanted to rank for. Alexandria wedding. So what it was, Grounds of Alexandria wedding photography. Relatively competitive keyword in Sydney, a lot of people wanting to get married there. So you can see at #1, it's the actual Grounds of Alexandria homepage, and then there I am at #2. And just to show you what I mean by a hub page, this is the one for the wedding photography locations. So I'm just listing. It's going to take a few minutes for all the photos to load, but I'm just listing my favorite wedding photography locations in Sydney. That's also a relatively high traffic keyword. And then for the Grounds of Alexandria, similar thing. I'm just stating 10 reasons why I love this venue. And you can see it's been liked and pinned quite a bit. So I try and make the content good, as well as good for readership and for ranking as well. And if we go back to SERPbook, you can see that the impact that things like hub pages and link building and on-page SEO, which are 3 topics that I'll talk about in my book, The More Brides. But you can see the impact that it's had on my site as a whole for other keywords that I may not necessarily have been targeting specifically, but are very competitive keywords in this market, such as wedding photographer. You can see here. So if we put that into the private browsing window again, wedding photographer. This is probably the most competitive keyword in the wedding photography industry in Australia, and you can see here. So you've got all the ads, and you've got these guys who are doing very well. And then if you scroll down, you've got me there at #10. Bearing in mind, guys, that I haven't done any SEO to the site for over 3 months. So if I were to try even harder, I'm sure I could push it higher. But this is just the biggest bang for your buck. These are all the tips that I've included in More Brides. So you can see I'm sitting there at #10. And if we go back again to SERPbook and look at one of the other keywords, photographer, obviously very competitive keyword again. And we go to another private browsing window, photographer. So add, we've got Gumtree, obviously a huge site. We've got these very big name wedding photographers, and there I am there, sitting at around 4 or 5. So not bad considering I don't do any SEO, as I said recently. The only things that I've been doing, I outline in this book called More Brides. It's for wedding photographers primarily, but the first 4 chapters, social media, keyword research, link building, and hub pages, they've all had massive impact on my SEO and booking weddings in general, but it's for all photographers, anyone basically who wants to improve their online presence. So you can read some of the reviews that other photographers have written about the book. There's a few audio snippets on here. There's one audio snippet there, and you can just Google about it. There's some interviews I've done. Just read about the results that other people are having. You don't need to take my word for it, but if you want to increase the number of bookings, whatever photography genre you're involved in, then I highly recommend that you take a look at this book. All right, thanks guys.